Welcome back to Coach Raychelle's Educational Corner. So today's tip will be setting and maintaining high behavioral expectations. Our last tip discussed the three things you need to do in order to make sure you have a successful start of the school year. One was building relationships with your students, establishing expectations, as well as establishing routines. So today I want to take that establishing expectations a little bit further. First of all, you want to be specific and concrete with what your directions are to students. Make sure there is no room for misunderstandings or misinterpretations. If you want to tell the students exactly what you want to do. Secondly, use a strong voice. Affirm your authority through intentional verbal and nonverbal habits, especially at moments when you need control. So I'm not a yeller. I did not raise my voice. Actually, I would just stop talking. And that would be a signal to my students to let them know, she's not happy with us right now. You raise my voice very rarely. If I had to raise my voice, and I did it intentionally, I wanted to make certain that my students understood the behavior and what they were doing at that time was not acceptable, and we're getting ready to readjust. So you have to be the voice of authority. And it doesn't mean, I've seen so many different variations of using a strong voice. There are some teachers that, they just talk soft. They never raise their level of conversation. It's just even till. Then, I have some teachers like myself, it's as needed. But the key here is having the voice of authority. You're not asking them to do something, you are telling them what you want to do. And that's a big difference. Students need to know, I'm not asking you, I'm expecting you to do it. This is a tell you what to do type of situation. If do it again. If they're not following your expectations, give them more practice. Like when they're not up to speed, don't just keep moving on. No, readdress it so they can get better at it. Sweat the details. Now, I know Judge Judy says don't sweat the small stuff, but in a classroom, if you don't address the small things, they will compound and be out of control quickly. So you need to sweat details. Whenever students are not following your expectations, even minor physical details of the classroom, stop, reinforce the high expectations you have for them right then. It is, as an instructional coach and as an administrator, I just would want to say, hey, do you not see them over there not paying attention? They're over there playing. Like, address it. If you don't address it, kids think it's okay. So even if, whatever, if they're not following your expectation, address it then. Again, meet your students at the door, setting the expectation before they enter the room. Good morning, good afternoon. We're going to have a great day of class today. I'm looking forward. I am so excited for you to be here. Go ahead and get started on your warm up. No warnings. Warnings are a slippery slope. Be effective and appropriately intervene to keep those high expectations. So you might want to say, okay, I need your attention. Look, what are you supposed to be doing in your group? What level of voice do you have? Should I be able to hear you throughout the room? So make sure there's a threshold, and if the students go beyond that threshold, you address it then. Do not allow things to compound from one infraction to the next. If you do that, then you're going to find yourself not having control of your learning environment. All students expect to have a safe learning environment. They expect and they deserve to have order and control in their classroom. You are the adult in the classroom, so you have to make sure you maintain that level of authority throughout your classes throughout the entire school year. So I hope today's tip will be helpful. This is tip 2. There are several more to come. Thank you for joining Coach Raychelle's Educational Corner.